हरे कृष्ण। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलं यते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं। हरे कृष्ण। Today I am going to discuss most important thing. What is most important duty of every human being? I'm not speaking to only Indian people, speaking to the whole world. In our body, the most important part, eyes, or eyes and ears, because the maximum knowledge we gain from eyes and ears, most of the knowledge. So if I am blind and I am deaf, everything finished. It's very difficult to then gain knowledge. So let us protect our eyes, let us protect our ears. If you become blind and deaf, then everything will be finished. Suppose the whole world becomes blind and deaf, then what will happen to this world? So what I'm a simple man, simple human being. I'm not. I can't claim I'm perfect person. That whatever I'll say, that is perfect. That's why I will not say. I'll try my best that I don't say even a single word from my own imperfect brain, mouth, ears, eyes, and what are parts. Vedas are perfect because they are coming from the perfect person, the Lord Himself. And other religions which are in line with Vedas, even Quran, Bible, there is no controversy, there is no conflict. Essence is same, but they are spoken at different times for different levels of people. But if you go to the original, this source of all knowledge, complete knowledge, that is in the Vedas. Some part is given everywhere in some scriptures, but if you want to know everything, whatever it is, that is in the Vedas. But if you cut the Vedas, we misinterpret them for our personal use, personal sense gratification, and spread this wrong knowledge, misinterpreted knowledge, then there will be no eyes. Because Vedas, they are Gyan Chaksusa. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Vimudha nanu pashyanti, pashyanti Gyan Chaksusa. The foolish cannot see. Only a person who has eyes, eyes of knowledge, eyes of Shastra. There is a word, Shastra Chakshusaha. Shastra Chakshusaha, the eyes of scriptures. We should see this world through the eyes of scriptures, not directly. Because my eyes are imperfect. I see sun is very small, but it is very big. So what is the value of my eyes? I see from the standard books. Like I can't hear everything. What I am hearing, I hear prejudiced hearing. Already my misconceptions are there. So many things already filled in my mind. So when I hear, it gets interpreted, it gets filtered. Just hear as it is. So don't allow anybody to misrepresent our Vedic spiritual history. This is our foremost duty. If you don't do anything today, you think what I have to do, how it affects me. I am living my own life. I am not getting disturbed by anything. Tomorrow's the future generation, they will be destroyed. Even you also. Because if you don't follow Vedas, there will be accidents, there will be troubles. Big problems will come. Devastation will happen. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yat yat achriti sreshtha tat tat ev itraha jana se yat pramanam krutehe lokas tad anuvartate. As leaders acts they behaves yat yat achariti sreshtha. The sreshtha purush leaders of anywhere, any leader at any place, what he does, common people naturally follow him. Say yat pramanam krute, whatever he establishes standards, lokas tad anuvartate. The people will follow him, imitate him naturally. So this is the foremost duty of the leaders, that they behave. They have to be very cautious. What are they saying? What they are acting? Otherwise, leaders have to enter into various hells because they are misusing their position. That is, they have to be very precautious. They have to take all precautions. So one should not adopt such a position unless he is really eligible for that. They are not just there to give orders. People follow them. People see them what they are doing. Today, leaders in film industry, leaders in politics, leaders in education, leaders in scientific field, even parents are leaders. What they are doing, children automatically imitate them. So whatever is written in Vedic history, we should accept it full. We should not change it. Sometimes for our own selfish motives, benefits, we choose some part and misrepresent to fulfill our ambition. Because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Avartam Jnanam Etenaha Jnani Nityavarinaha Kam Rupena Kaunteyaha Duspurena Nilena Chaha. When a person thinks of sense gratification, any personal desires, then his knowledge is covered. Jnanam, avartam jnanam etena. Avartam, it is covered. What is covered? Jnana nityavarinaha. The knowledge of a knowledgeable person is covered by lust. Any personal desire, personal sense gratification. That's why leaders should be free from personal sense gratification, personal ambitions, personal desires. Like today, we make some foolish leaders, like some film industry. Some hero is there and he's become like very influential person and people follow him. We should educate people, don't follow him. He's not a leader. So like, because his knowledge is covered, he's lusty. He has some personal ambition. He wants to earn money more and more. He is living for puja, labh, pratishtha, fame, name, and what? His personal benefits. For sense gratification, mad after woman. People are mad in this world for things like mainly wealth. Why wealth? Because actually they are mad after women. Like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Na dhanam na janam, na kavitam va jagdish kam ye. He is telling, neither I want wealth, nor women, nor followers. Mam janmani janmani isware bhavatad bhakti rahetu. I wish only one thing. Lord, give me your selfless, motiveless, uninterrupted, unmotivated, devotional activities for you, devotion for you. That I want in every life. Any person who is not like this, he will simply do which will not be good for society. And if you follow him, what will happen to this world? So just for example, I came to know that there is some movie who's coming on Ravana, and people are making serials. So their motive is to earn money only, and people are misled. Society is getting confused. They say that This Ravana, people know Ravana was a rascal, and we are burning every year Ravana. This is that is they say this is not correct. Ravana was great person. He was very self-controlled. We haven't seen his devotion to Lord Shiva. But in scriptures we don't find such things. In scriptures, they say that he took away Sita, but he didn't, associate with her. He was so much self-controlled, but it's not correct. Actually, Ravana was a rapist. He raped his daughter-in-law, his brother Kuber, then Kuber's son Nal Kuber, and his wife Rambha. And she cursed him that if you try to associate with any woman, your head will crack. All heads in pieces. So that is not correct. They are misrepresenting. Don't play with the history, spiritual history. Ravana was very cruel. He was killing, torturing, was sucking blood of saints. So like this, people will be confused. And history will be, the pure history will not be available. We should read the scriptures. We should hear from people who are free from four defects. Everybody is free. Everybody is having four defects. Everybody makes mistakes. Number one, everybody is in illusion. He has got a cheating propensity. His senses are imperfect. So how he will give right knowledge? So people, they play with scriptures. In our scriptures, one thing is given. Ardha Kukkut Nyaya. What people do? Ardha Kukkut Nyaya. Half. Ardha means half. Kukkut means seacock. Hen. And Nyaya means logic. They put logic. Let us take best part. Let us take the essence. They try to take the essence, the best part. So in the hen, what is the best part? Back portion is the best part, because from there we get eggs. But the front portion, that is not good part, because from there it keeps on eating costly. So what they do? They cut the hen into two pieces. Keep the back portion and throw out the front portion. Half front portion you throw out and keep the half back portion. Why? Because from the back portion eggs will keep on coming. So will get any eggs? Never. Like this in the scriptures, we choose something what we like. For our own selfish motives, we change. So we should take the whole thing. We should not, we can't cut. Vedas are akatya. You can't choose one part and throw out other part. You have to accept whole. Like in the car, you can't throw out front tires and just you want to run the car on the back tires. How it will happen? Simply accident. Like this we are doing. And the most important thing is we can't read scriptures all alone. We have to read them under the guidance of a teacher, the ideal teacher. Ideal teacher means who is reading them and who is following them, who is practicing them. And the Lord himself, who has created these Vedas, he sent those teachers. He has made bona fide universities, recognized universities. There are many self-made gurus in the society now who have become gurus on their own. They are not real gurus. Guru means somebody makes him guru. You can't speak independently. Who authorized you? Like in industry, there are recognized surveyors, like we say authorized inspector. In mechanical engineering, in pressure vessel boilers, ASME, they are authorized. And just like anybody comes and he cannot do inspection, he's authorized, he has got a training, he's got a certificate, he's monitored. Gurus are like this, that. So nobody can become guru on his own. Like I am speaking, so you can ask me, how can you believe what you are saying? I'm authorized. My guru has asked me to speak. My guru is authorized by his guru. His guru is authorized by his guru. Like this, the first guru is Krishna. Krishna authorized Brahma. Tene Brahma Hirda Ya Adi Kaviye. First time this knowledge. Janmadhyasya Yataha Anvyat Itrataschaha. So there in the Srimad Bhagavatam, first verse is this. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kaviye. This knowledge first time was given to Adi Kaviye. Adi Kavi means the first person, the first knowledgeable person, the first living entity, Brahma. Who? Tene, Krishna himself. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. He himself provided this knowledge in the heart. He transferred this knowledge in the heart of Brahma. Brahma gave this knowledge to his disciple, Narada Muni. Narada Muni gave this knowledge to Vedvyas. And Vedvyas wrote these scriptures in the book form for the Kali Yuga people because they don't have very good memory. They can't contain everything and remember whole life just by hearing only one time. That's why we forget he wrote them. So I am coming in this parampara. I can speak. I am not a saint, but I can tell because the parampara is very easy to gain knowledge. If you are fully surrendered, follow your guru, parampara fully, follow rules and regulations, everything will be revealed to you automatically. So if we read independently and take out something, some story and make film on them, make serials and show people, this is a greatest offense against the Lord. Because scriptures are themselves Lord. They are not different from the Lord. There is no difference between Vedas and Krishna. Bhagavad Gita and Krishna, it's the same. Don't misinterpret. Don't misuse them. Otherwise, there will be all darkness in the world. There will be no source of knowledge. Ignorance is not so much dangerous as confusion. Don't confuse people. If you don't know, you will ask somebody, I don't know anything, I have not heard anything. Kya hai sab ye? What is this? But you already know, if you know wrong things and you have wrong ideas, then it is very difficult to convince you to throw out those ideas and imbibe new ideas. It becomes very, very difficult, almost impossible. That's why half knowledge is most dangerous, even more dangerous than the ignorance. So this kind of things like Ravana took Sita, but he was repentant. No, he was never repentant. He was so bhogi. He was killed. His whole family, his whole, complete. All people who were associated with him, they were destroyed by Krishna, Lord Ram. That was the result of his bad activities, sinful activities. He was very, very sinful person. So we should not, taking out something new. People will do. They want to research something and find out something new and attract people and misguide them and use their money. How to drag out their money from their pockets. This is all bhogi people. These are all film industry people. Mostly, I am saying most of them. Their purpose to earn money and fame and name. They are lusty. They are not saints like the who wake up early in the morning, 3 a.m. and just meditate on the Lord. And they worry, they have anxiety, how to save the world from misguidance, how to save them from going to hell. They're not converting people to become them very self-controlled. Their purpose is to attract their attention. Already they are absorbed people in the bhogas. You are making them more, sinful. What is the use? Saints, they have never recommended we see all these filmistic things, because by seeing there, somebody has made now uh, some, one more ashram kind of, but we should make in such a way that it should have a, very good impact. Like that is very good. Chanakya serial made was Chaturvedi, somewhat Divedi was there, somebody he made good serial in one sense, but even he also doesn't have mm, whole picture, because if we come to the proper bona fide Guru Parampara, then the actual picture will come. Half maximum things are correct, but goal is not there. Like Gita, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling Vedas te sarver ahame vedo. Now, what is the purpose of all Vedas, very literature? Krishna is telling to know me. Vedas te sarver ahame vedo. Aham Vedanta Krit Ved Vid Evchaham. Krishna is telling, I have compiled all Vedas and I know Vedas completely. And purpose of Vedas is what? To know me. So unless your knowledge, reach to Krishna or even Allah, you say Allah, no problem. Allah is another name of Krishna. Only thing that they don't know exact, whole picture of the Lord. They know only some God is there. But that is okay. God is also okay. Bible. So Krishna is telling Sarvasya Chaham Hridhi Sarnivisto Mataha Samriti Jnanam Apunam Cha. Sarvasya Chaham. I am sitting in everybody's heart. Sarvasya Chaham Hridhi Sarnivisto. What I am doing? Mataha Samriti. I give remembrance. I give knowledge. And I make them forgetful as per their desires and activities. So the purpose is to surrender to Him. Purpose is to love Him and serve Him. If your any activity is not going, not serving that purpose, this is useless. Sramevi kevalam. This is another verse. Na utpad yed yadi ratim. If your any activity is not creating taste or attraction for the Lord and His activities and His name, then it is useless. Shramevi kevalam. It is simply hard labor without any fruits. The people, what they are doing, they are making people more lusty, more lustful. Whatever we are doing, the purpose is defeated. There is a difference between animals and human beings. Animals are busy in four activities: eating, mating, sleeping, defending. Ahar, nidra, bhaya, maithun, samanyam etad pasuvir naranam dharmo hi tesam adhiko viseso dharmena hina pasuvir samana. Only one thing is more. What is that? Dharma. Dharma means not I am talking about Hindu Dharma, Muslim Dharma and all. Dharma means your natural characteristics, natural propensity. That is what? To serve and love. But to whom? The Supreme Lord, who has made. He is the most beloved person. Unless we love Him and serve Him, we will never be satisfied. In this world, there is no love. It's only lust. And give and take business. You scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. If you don't scratch, I will not scratch your back. That kind of relationship we have. And everything is temporary. We are never satisfied. Like, this desert, one drop of rain, it will never satisfy. Similarly, these worldly pleasures are very small. There is a drop in the desert. One drop of water in a desert. It will never satisfy you. Like these all pleasures, worldly pleasures, they are there, but they are very flickering, very momentary. The heart didn't get fulfilled. And more we involve them, more we get frustrated. Because one time you do, you get, get into it, what will happen? It will give you sanskara. Sanskara means deep impression. And next time more deep attachment will become so deeper but you are not getting fulfilled. So you will get frustrated. Like chain smoker. First time he takes 1 cigarette, 2 cigarettes, 3 cigarettes. Whole day he's smoking, but he's no, he's not getting fulfilled, and then he will die of cancer. Similarly, all these world's pleasures are like that. That's why Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, 5th chapter, 22nd verse, ये ही संस प्रसजा भोगा दुख योन्य एवतहा. ये ही संस प्रसजा भोगा. These bhogas, these worldly pleasures, which are coming from the contact of your senses, they are dukh yonma. They are creating all miseries. You will be very, very distressful. All miseries come from these worldly pleasures. That's why Krishna says, Adi antavanta kaunteya na te suramte buddha. Any intelligent person, wise person, he will never get into them. He will never be involved in sense gratificatory activities, because there is a beginning and end. They are very short-lived. Adi antavantah kaunteya. You want to enjoy, suppose, any sense subjects. So you want to eat rasgullas, how many you can? Adiyant, you can't eat 50, 100, 4, 5, 6, then saturation. Then more attraction, more eat, more sugar. That's why scriptures are showing the way, but we are playing the scriptures. So what will remain for the future generations? So scriptures, that's why telling tapo divam putra kaha. This human life is only for transcendental austerity. This is not like, working hard day and night for improving our economic condition. You may improve, but you will not be satisfied. We should be wise and intelligent. See those people who are very, very wealthy. Are they happy? So why should I try to become wealthy then? If he is suffering like anything more than me, then I'm better than him. Why should I struggle unnecessarily? So then any person who is poorer than me, is he happy? No, he is also not happy. So why should I try to become poorer than him? So where I am, I should be satisfied. Whatever Krishna has given, poor or rich, I should not try to change that. I should not waste my energy to change that position. Just focus on Krishna. Focus on bhakti. Because bhakti, devotion, is a subject of the soul. You are not the body. We say he has passed away. Who has passed away? The body is lying there only. Why are you saying he has passed away? Who was he? Had you ever before tried to understand him? Today you are crying. Weeping bitterly. He has died. Who has died? He's there only. You were knowing him in the form of body only. He has become fat, he is handsome, he is thin, he is smart. Who is smart? Who is that? Your soul. But you never try to know what is soul, what is the size of soul, how it looks, where it lives, what are its needs. You are feeding the body only, decorating the body only. Why are you crying today? So without soul, body can't sustain. It gets stinks. It's so important. You don't know anything, science of soul. No university is teaching. And there are in the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, but we are misinterpreting, we are changing them. So this is the duty of the leaders of the society. Let us, read these scriptures. Let us, make a program where they can be taught from the government side. Because Krishna is yatit acharati sreshtaha. If leaders do, it will be very easy. What I can do is, I am a very small person. How many people I can reach? But suppose Prime Minister of India, he does it. He explains what I am explaining. Whole world will listen. 1 crore views. Amitabh Bachchan speaks. People will listen. That's why Krishna is saying, Yetat achariti sreshta tattat ev itrahajana. Tattat ev itrahajana. Common people automatically follow. So suppose I am a leader of my family, at least I can tell to my children, to my circle, that is our duty. I cannot become sun, I can become a lamp at least. If everybody tries to become lamp, then the change can happen. Otherwise, punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam, punarapi janani jatre sanam. Again you will go to, you will die, you will take birth, again you will lie down in the womb of a mother, punarapi janani jatre sanam. And then we will suffer. Krishna is saying Bhagavad Gita, manasasthani indriyani prakrite sthani karsati. Everybody is struggling in this world. This world is temporary and full of miseries. This is not a place of worth living. Here we have come for reformation. Human life is only for tapasya, to gain the Lord, to attain the Lord, to purify ourselves. It is not for, enjoyment is there for animals and birds. We have done in previous lives. Human life you can't enjoy more. Even you compare with dog enjoys more than you. But there is struggle for dogs. He also suffers. There is suffering also in this world. And enjoyments are momentary. But if we compare human beings, animals and birds are more. Monkey whole day is performing sexual activities. Monkey free to do anything. Monkey. Don't try to become monkey. Jumping unnecessarily. Running, 4 legs, 4 tires. Then become monkey. Like Darwin said, Darwin theorized very foolishly. He was completely wrong. Today scientists don't accept him. He was imagining that we have come from monkey. We have not come from monkey. We have come from Krishna. Krishna is telling Bhagavad Gita, Aham bij pridha pitaha mataha sarvam pradhate pitaham asya jagto mata dhata pitaham. Krishna is pitaham jagto. I am the father of this world. Pitaham asya jagto dhata. I am the maintainer. Mata, I am the mother. I am the grandfather. How can we say this Darwin, your father is monkey? His father may be monkey. So he was jumping like a monkey. He's talking like a monkey, foolishly was saying. This is all bogus idea, imagination, amoeba and all that. So this, we should say, that's why we should take knowledge from scriptures. Everything perfectly described. No further change, no revision. Nobody can say even a single word. Against Bhagavad Gita, it is written wrong. He can discuss with me openly on that. Nothing is wrong in scriptures. Everything is come, but you have to understand through a bona fide disciplic succession. You can't understand on your own. Even you can't. No student can understand even material knowledge. He has to adopt a teacher, tuition. Some teacher is there in a school. Even in any field, there is a guru, always guru. But why not in spiritual circle? But guru should be authorized, bona fide, not like self-made guru. He should have a certificate. Where is your certificate? Certificate will come from Krishna himself. So you should be in a parampara which is coming from Krishna. There are only 4 bona fides, these paramparas, disciplic succession. Rest, all these people are bogus. They are giving, some people are giving, some are completely cheating. Some are telling partially. So either they are bogus or they are a cheater. But there no one is bona fide. So that was my request, that don't live like animals just for improving your eating, sleeping, mating, defending. These things are easily available to animals without any education, any degrees. We are not taking degrees for improving these things. That is totally misdirected, misguidance. In Kali Yuga, it is written, there will be too much misguidance. Manda sumanda matiyo, manda bhagya uttarita. People will be short-lived, they will be very quarrelsome, always disturbed, they will be very lazy for spiritual activities, and the most important thing, worst thing is that they will be misguided. Sumand Matiyo. Sumand Matiyo. Mati will be Sumand. They will be misguided. So let us pray to. If you don't know anything, just pray to. You don't know the God, you don't know anything, you don't believe me, just pray to the Lord. Prabhu, I am in ignorance. I don't want to do gambling in my life, like following anybody blindly. Please guide me. How to reach to the perfect knowledge. He will guide you. Krishna is fulfilling desires of everybody. Whatever you desire, tomorrow you will be in the same position. If you desire that I want to attain you, I want to live responsible life, not animal life. Some people, they are very happy that I am giving bread and butter to 2 lakhs of people. That is what? That is not a very good idea. But what they do after taking bread and butter, that is most important. They may be doing all nonsense activities after taking your bread and butter. You should employ them, give them good direction, and then give them bread and butter, no problem. First, you teach them the destination, the purpose of life. Human life is to gain eternal blissful destination, where there is no more death, no more old age, no more disease, only blissful life. I have created a family, but I will be departed away at any time, deprived of them. People are dying. What is this life? One should think, why this misery is coming? Why I have to leave my family and children and wife? What kind of this life Krishna has given? Oh, you have done sinful activities. You are punished, beta. You are punished here. That's why you are struggling, because of your sinful activities. You are not surrendered. You are independent. Like criminal means what? He didn't follow any rules and regulations. He's a criminal. So we are criminals. We are taking air, light. Who is running your heart? Who is digesting your food? Who is making milk in the cow's body? Can you make blood? Who is that supreme person, wonderful person, who is doing all these inconceivable activities you cannot do? Why you can't make a dead body alive? What kind of scientist you are? You are making fool to whole world and say you are scientist. You are misguiding. Real scientist means who can stop death, who can stop old age, who can stop disease, who can stop more birth. You will say this is not possible. You are foolish. Krishna is speaking this thing only. So we are just avoiding this, the best thing, just by giving this is not impossible. This is impossible. Let us not talk. Let us talk practical. You are impractical, because what practical things you are doing, you are not getting the result. You are making your life more miserable. We are progressing, but what is the benefit? We are creating facilities, but ultimately our age is reducing, our tension is increasing, anxiety is increasing. What is the use? You have spoiled air, you have spoiled water, everything is getting down. Where is the improvement? Simply illusion and cheating. Because you are leading your life whimsically and misdirecting others. So that is the result. So that's why this world is full of cheaters and cheated. People are getting cheated, and some people they are cheating. So any knowledge which is not coming from scriptures, that is simply cheating, or half cheating, or partial cheating, but it's not perfect. So let us approach a bona fide guru, person, teacher, who can teach you this Vedic knowledge, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Vedas, and learn from him actual things. Then your life will be perfect. You will live blissfully here, and there will be no more death, no more birth. Guaranteed. Hare Krishna.